The film begins in a house where a woman named Margaret is in pain because she is about to give birth to a child. However, just after giving birth, she tries to kill the child because she believes the child is a demon. But when she sees her child's innocent face, she comes to a halt. After many years, a girl named Carrie, Margaret's child, is playing pool volleyball. She hits her teammate Sue with the ball by accident. Carrie goes to take a shower after playing volleyball and is shocked to see that her hands are covered in blood. Carrie has just got her first period. But because she knows nothing about it, she begins to yell and begs for help. When other girls notice her in this state, they begin to mock her. The girl who bullies her the most, Chris, begins to record Carrie on her phone. Ms. Rita, the gym teacher, arrives and attempts to control the situation. Ms. Rita brings Carrie to the principal, but the principal informs Carrie's mother.
Carrie becomes even more terrified. The room's water cooler suddenly explodes. Carrie does not go inside after returning home and instead sits in her car. A child appears of the car window and begins to tease her, calling her Crazy Carrie. Just then, an unseen force knocks the kid off his bike. The child becomes terrified and runs away. Carrie enters and notices Margaret banging her head against the wall. Carrie questions her religious mother about why she didn't tell her about periods. Margaret begins to abuse Carrie and says that her period is a sin. She shuts her in a closet and tells her to pray. Carrie begins to yell as she wants to get out. This causes the door to crack, which shocks both Margaret and Carrie. Sue confesses to her boyfriend Tom that she was also involved in Carrie's incident at school that night. Tom comforts her and advises her to apologize to Carrie.
On the other hand, Chris, along with her boyfriend Billy and a friend, uploads Carrie's video to the internet. The next morning, Ms. Rita informs the students who bullied Carrie that they will have to undergo an extremely challenging drill today. She tells them that if they do not complete the drill, they will not be able to attend the school prom. While doing the drill, Carrie thinks that she has done nothing wrong and says that she will not perform the drill. Chris also tries to persuade other students not to participate in the drill, saying that a gym teacher cannot prevent them from going to the prom. As a result, Ms. Rita suspends Chris. Chris tells Sue to support her, but Sue does not support her because she has realized she has done wrong and continues the drill. When Carrie arrives at school, everyone laughs and makes fun of her. Carrie becomes depressed and goes to the restroom. When she gets angry and looks at herself in the mirror, it cracks and breaks. Carrie realizes for the first time that she possesses a special power.
She visits the library to learn more about telepathic powers. She learns that she can control objects with her mind. When her teacher asks her to narrate the poem in English class, except for Sue and Tom, everyone starts laughing at her. After the poem ends, Tom becomes enraged at the teacher and praises Carrie's poem. Chris visits the principal's office with her dad, a lawyer, after being barred from the prom. Her dad threatens the principal. Ms. Rita explains that someone has uploaded Carrie's video online, and she thinks that Chris was behind it. To prove this, Ms. Rita asks Chris to show her her phone. She refuses to show the phone, even after her father tells her to do so, and then leaves the office. She storms over to Sue and begins mocking her, that the reason Sue didn't support her at the drill was not that she feels horrible for Carrie, but because she wants to go to the prom with Tom.
Later that evening, Carrie learns to master her power. Sue feels bad for Carrie and wants to do something nice for her.
She recalls that when Tom supported Carrie in class, Carrie felt attracted to Tom. So Sue decides to tell Tom to take Carrie to the prom so that she can enjoy herself. When Sue tells Tom, he thinks it's a joke, but when Sue requests him, he finally agrees. He invites Carrie to the prom, but Carrie thinks it's another prank, so she doesn't respond to him and walks away. She gets emotional, but Miss Rita approaches her and encourages her to attend the prom. Tom visits Carrie's house after not receiving a response. She stops him, and after Tom requests, she agrees to go to the prom. She goes to buy a prom dress, where Chris notices her and realizes that Carrie is going to the prom. When Carrie returns home, she tells Margaret about her prom plans. She warns her to not attend the prom and instructs her to refuse Tom as well.
Carrie tries to persuade her mother, but when she is told to go inside the closet and pray, Carrie reveals her powers. Margaret believes Carrie obtained these powers from the devil, so she calls her a witch and begins praying. Carrie uses her power to tell her mother that she is not the only one who possesses this power, and that this time she wishes to change things and live a normal life. Chris, her boyfriend, and a few other friends, on the other hand, decide to take revenge on Carrie. They visit a pig farm, slaughter a pig, and collect its blood. They go to the prom room, tie the blood-filled bucket with a rope, and hang it, so that at prom they can pour the blood on Carrie and take their revenge. Carrie makes a prom dress for herself and is very excited. Tom arrives in the evening to take Carrie to the prom. Margaret tries to convince Carrie not to attend the prom, but Carrie uses her powers to lock her in the closet.
After arriving at the prom, she is really happy, as well as anxious. Tom treats her with respect and dances with her. Chris and Billy enter the prom room with the help of a friend and change the prom results. Carrie and Tom are crowned prom king and queen. Chris goes backstage to text Sue. Sue realizes Chris is planning something and rushes to the prom. Carrie and Tom take the stage after the results are announced. When Sue arrives at the prom, she notices the bucket. Sue tries to warn Carrie, but Ms. Rita notices her and makes her leave. Chris pours the blood-filled bucket on Carrie and plays her video in the background. Everyone begins to laugh at her. However, the bucket falls on Tom, causing him to die on the spot. Chris and Billy run away from there. Sue observes all this from the outside. Carrie notices Billy's shades and gets angry. She uses her powers and gets out of control. Everyone gets scared and tries to run outside, but Carrie locks all the doors with the powers and stops them from going outside. She attacks them and kills them one by one for making her fun. Fire spreads all over. Carrie pushes Ms. Rita to one side and throws an electrical wire on the floor, which causes other people to die from the electrical shock. Ms. Rita and a few other students were able to come outside. Carrie, when leaves, notices Chris and Billy driving away. She follows the car and stops their car by shattering the road in front of them. Billy decides to kill Carrie with his car. Carrie uses her power to stop the car, causing Billy's nose to break, resulting in a large amount of blood loss and his death. Chris tries to run away, but Carrie locks the doors of the car and throws the car at the gas station, causing Chris's car to explode. Carrie goes to the closet as soon as she gets home to see her mother, but she isn't there.
Carrie takes a bath and hugs her mother when she comes. She complains to her mother about how everyone made fun of her. Carrie's mother tells her that she should have killed her long ago. Margaret informs Carrie that both Margaret's father and Margaret considered sexual activity to be a sin. But one day, after getting drunk, Margaret's father raped her, and Carrie was born. Margaret attacks Carrie and stabs her with the knife. Carrie uses her powers to stop her mother, then begins throwing objects around the room and kills her mother. But she quickly realizes her fault and begins to cry. Her mother dies right in front of her eyes. This causes the roof's bricks to crumble. Sue then comes to help Carrie. Sue tells Carrie to leave with her. Carrie holds Sue with her powers and asks why all those people did this to her. Sue warns Carrie not to hurt her. She tells her that she had nothing to do with what happened at the prom.
Carrie finds that Sue is pregnant when she is about to kill Sue.
Carrie tells her that the unborn child is a female. Sue is shocked because she had no idea she was pregnant. Carrie does not kill her and puts her out of the house before it collapses. The house is destroyed. Later, Sue arrives at Carrie's grave. Her stomach begins to ache suddenly. Sue is in the delivery room in the following scene. After some time, a blood-splattered hand similar to Carrie's emerges and holds Sue's hand. Sue begins to yell, but her mother arrives and tries to calm her down. Sue is terrified and believes she is about to give birth to Carrie. The film concludes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more movie recaps. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.